they got to see him. It was like all about my members to me, you know, meet Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump kind of saved all of our jobs with his tariffs.
So, Brian, what was the key point for you where you said, I want to do this endorsement among the rank and file, and I want to do it in front of a crowd?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I'm glad that he accepted it, the endorsement, and I just wanted people to know that the steelworkers for Trump, I want people to know that all the steelworkers in the Mon Valley are for President Trump.
So, Glenn, I'm curious, typically union workers in your industry, we know them to endorse Democrats. Why Donald Trump this go around?
Well, historically, we've all been Democrats. A couple of us up here are third-generation steelworkers. And we had a trade case years ago that our ex-international president, Tom Conway, was fighting against the Chinese for illegal dumping. And when President Trump stepped in and he imposed those tariffs on the Chinese, I firmly believe that he saved the steel industry, not only in our country, but the Mon Valley, where many of us have lived for close to 30 years.
Andy, how about you? Why are you supporting Trump?
Well, number one is to protect the jobs in our valley. I'm a third generation steel worker. I've been through those layoffs. It's not fun. I've seen 3 mills shut down in the valley in the 80s. We have 3 mills left in the valley. I don't want to see those shut down. And he made a firm commitment when I asked him with a handshake, Mr. President, after the election, will you do what you can to keep our Mon Valley viable in the steel industry? He gripped my hand and confirmed to me through that handshake that he says, I will do that.
So, Andy, tell me that. So you take him at his word. Andy, tell me about the business. We don't have a steel workers background. If U.S. Steel is the quality, that it's the world standard, why is U.S. Steel struggling? Is it the labor costs, the virtual slave labor of these other countries that you're competing with?
Competition, steel coming in from other countries. We're a world leader. We are. We have the most efficient coke plant in the world. We meet environmental standards, which are very tough to meet in Allegheny County. They're getting more strict. We meet those. We exceed those. Our steel is the best steel that can be made. We want to continue that. We have a pending sale coming up. And the problem we have is our international leaders aren't meeting with the CEO from U.S. Steel and from Nippon. And over the past year, we've learned facts about this, that it's not sitting well with the membership because we are behind the sale. But our international needs to get to the table, get the facts, and then bring it to the membership instead of the membership taking it to our international leaders.
Yeah, you're talking about that Japanese company that's trying to buy it.
Brian, we got about 15 seconds. I'm just curious, if Kamala Harris wins, what does that mean for your industry?
We're done.
I think we're done. It's going to be tough because she even said if she's elected president, she's going to take off the tariffs, all tariffs, steel tariffs, all kind of tariffs. She calls it the tax on the American people, and she's talking about tariffs. So we need President Trump elected to save our jobs.
All right, Richard and Glenn, I think they're giving us a little bit more time. We did have 15 seconds, but because y'all are so good and this is interesting, we wanted to ask you on the back row, why the momentum? Why are we seeing that switch more to Donald Trump? I mean, you used to think steel workers, unions, that's going to the Democrats.
Once again, he put the tariffs on us when he was president the last time, and our jobs were in jeopardy then. There was too much dumping of steel from China and other countries. And he saved our jobs.
It was one of the first things he did when he got into the presidency, is to put those tariffs on, and they worked.
We've all seen growing up around here in the Pittsburgh area since the 70s when the Japanese actually did that to us. They dumped steel at extremely low prices, it forced a lot of our steel industry, LTV, J&L, some U.S. steel places to close down because we could not compete. When we fought that trade case, they leveled the playing field for us, and then we were able to compete in the world market.
We want to get back to that. That's why when you look at the sale to Nippon Steel, they want us to be a bigger player in the global market.
Right.
So the workforce, our union brothers and sisters, we're for it. We are for that sale.
You
and
are.
Again, we can't stress enough
Yeah.
to get the international just to go to the table and meet with them. That's all we're asking
So-
at this point. Meet with them.
That's important. You are for this Japanese company buying U.S. steel.
The rank and file is for it.
Because they-
Overwhelmingly in the month.
Because you feel as though they'll be able to put the money in to expand and keep it here.
Oh, yes. They promised to rebuild. We have a hot mill at our Urban plant that was built in 1938. How do you compete with that with modern technology today that's available? We want that. We want that in the Mon Valley. We cannot lose one job in the Mon Valley, and that's why we are here, to advocate for that.
And
We have a lot of members in the Mon Valley. It's probably 80% of them are less than 20 years. Probably 60% of them less than 10 years. We have a young workforce. We have job security. We have guys be fourth generation steelworkers, you know what I mean?
That's right. I've stood in those lines for to have benefits for my children back in the 80s and in the food lines. I did that.
We all
I don't want to see our members now, our young workers have to do that. It's not fun.
We
Many
thank
of
you
us
for what
here,
y'all.
we've all
yeah.
grown up eating the government cheese, the peanut butter, and everything else that was given out while our dads were laid off and people were losing their homes. They were moving away. Kids that were graduating from college were moving to the south, to the west for job opportunities because there was nothing left here.
Yes, sir.
And that's when Pittsburgh transitioned into the medical industry.
Yeah, there's a
Can I
guy.
mention a couple of people's names that helped us out? For representatives of Congress, Andrew Kuzma, Eric DeVanzo, and Aaron Bernstein.
Okay.
All right,
Running
guys.
for,
God
Thanks so
bless you
much.
We
guys.
appreciate y'all, gentlemen,
Thank
for
you
what
for
y'all do
everything
for us.
you do
Brian,
for
Richard,
America.
Glenn.